So I've been thinking and I've been putting together kind of some key moments, um, maybe some puzzle pieces in my mind that might mean something, might not mean something, I don't know. Let me know if any of this resonates with you or if you have any kind of feedback on what you think. Well, about a month ago, I did a series on COVID at the beginning, how it all transgressed, what happened, my accounts of what happened, what I was seeing, and for whatever reason, this COVID thing, it kept coming back to me. It kept coming back to me. What is it about this, other than the fact that it was mind blowing, and we don't want to think about it. We don't want to talk about it. We don't want to even admit that that happened. But why does this keep coming up for me? So that's part of what I want to talk about. Um, I want to go back 2019, really when the whole buzz about this started. It was the end of 2019. This supposed virus from China. Now, before we jump too far ahead, with all the things circulating around right now, what's going on, what's being revealed, what's becoming known. Well, in August of 2019, this person that their name keeps coming up lately, well, they died August 2019. Now, I don't know that that has anything to do with anything, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist, and I'm just now really opening my eyes to what's going on, what has been going on, and it really kind of trying to discern the accuracy of it all, like we all are, right? So I just want to throw that in right before I get into back to this COVID thing. So that happened to that person in August of 2019. Well, in December of 2019 is when, at least here in the States where I live, we started really hearing about this virus ramping up in other countries. Well, who was president during that time? Trump was president. He became president in November of 2016 and to November of 2020 before Biden took office. So Trump was president. And we get into 2020, March of 2020 is when it all shut down here in the US. When we were all supposed to stay home and stay away from each other and wear masks and eventually be vaccinated, quarantine yourself if you're ill, you know, everybody I think knows what happened to a degree, no matter where you are. But Trump, he was president in 2020. All this was going on, and the elections were coming up, in November of 2020. The elections were coming up. So, man, 2020, almost a good, we'll say, 7 months, 8 months of fear, isolation, illness, job loss, shortage of goods to purchase, and possibly it affecting people when it comes to voting, right? Right? They could get out to vote. If people were too ill or died and couldn't vote. And I should throw in there too, the other moments in between, not long after a lockdown was the killing of George Floyd. And I want to say this the most respectfully as I can when I use this word, and it doesn't sound respectful when I use it, when I'm talking about what happened to George Floyd. But a distraction. Another distraction. Like, COVID was a distraction. The death of people, especially when it comes to, well, what we're kind of understanding about ourselves now, racism, sexism. But could it be that this was all because of the elections? Well, then Biden won the election. Well, that didn't go over well. Because then the following year, January 2021, you remember what happened on January 6th, the people storming the Capitol of the U.S. I mean, and the reason being because Trump thought that the elections were rigged. He lost. He was unhappy about that, and he had convinced people to show their loyalty to him, to justify his ego. But could it be that COVID, even though it affected everybody globally, I mean, not just the US, it affected everybody. But I think we're seeing now with what we're seeing now, that's looks kind of globally to me too. Maybe there's something to it. I don't know. I'm, I guess trying to make sense of it all. I think like most people are. Um, I'm trying to look at all the angles and have a healthy amount of discernment and use the very basic skills that we're taught, as a child, developing and growing up, those critical thinking, problem solving skills, not that any of these speculations or ponderings, are I can't even say factual. I mean, I guess in a way they're factual, but I can't necessarily say that the puzzle pieces that I'm kind of using and putting together, they don't really mean much coming from me, or they don't really mean much, I don't suppose, but they're just things that I've been thinking about and kind of putting together, and I don't know, what do you think? We're seeing some crazy stuff now. And I think that COVID, I think that is a really a defining point for a lot of people. No matter the subject or, no matter the place. But, not but. So I think that's something to think about, how it affected us all, how we trusted certain people to tell us what to do, tell us what not to do, and why, without question, and most of the time with no well, it was right or wrong in the wrong way. Does that make sense? It was already putting people, no matter who, person against person, right or wrong. Vaccine, no vaccine. Do you care about people? Do you not care about people? Do you believe it's real? Do you believe it's a hoax? the visualization of the mask or no mask. The not gathering, the not getting together with other people, community, groups, family, strangers, shopping. 6 feet apart with a mask on. Huh. People wearing masks outside. In their car. Weird. So, I'm getting off track. This COVID thing. It still got me. I still think about it. I still wonder why. What was that all about? Why did we do that? Well, at this point, with the shit that's going on now in 2026, 6 years later, I wouldn't be surprised if it was just about money and power and elections. The whole COVID thing. That. I don't know. Makes you wonder about what we're doing now. This is all about now. It's seems to be some different kind of disease. Anyway, what do you think? Take care. Be safe. Try to have a peaceful day. Later.